Hey YouTube, hope everyone is doing well. Today, we're actually going to be exploring the top 4 renovations that you'll get the most out of your money when it comes to real estate investing and my favorite type of deal, which is the BRRRRs. So before we get started, my cat's here, being a little lazy guy, hanging out in the sun. So we're heading out, gonna grab some food while also explaining to you guys best type of renos that you need to do for your real estate deals. So when it comes to doing real estate deals, especially for BRRRRs, you want to focus on these 4 renovations because they offer the most bang for your buck. You get the most value extracted out once you hit that refinance, or if you're flipping, once you hit the sell. These 4 renovations are going to be your kitchen, bath, flooring, and paint. And if you guys stay till the very end of the video, I'll actually give you guys some secrets on some vendors and a little bit of hacks that I use specifically here in Winnipeg, because that's where I coach most of my students. You guys are probably investing in, as I can see the analytics on YouTube, a lot of people are from Winnipeg, or at least from Canada. So hopefully I can help you guys out with giving you guys a little bit of those secrets. So you got to stay till the end to get those. So the first renovation that I think brings a ton of value, especially if you're doing the BRRRRs or the flips, is going to be your paints. Now, when it comes to paints, it's usually about a $3 to $4 return for every dollar that you spend. That's kind of a rule of thumb that I use. So you don't have to make everything fully painted. Like sometimes I'll just do the interior, sometimes I'll just do the exterior. I literally just choose whatever kind of paints is necessary for the deal. So if I'm doing BRRRRs, which I mostly specialize in, is that if it's just the interior that needs work, I'll just paint the interior. So I did a deal a couple months ago now, and with the help of Breezy Property Maintenance, they're actually an awesome company here in Winnipeg, so make sure you hit them up. I'll put their Instagram here, but they helped me just do the interior, and literally all that we painted was some of the walls that needed some patching and some paint, and then I painted the cabinets of the kitchen. Got a return on that. Essentially, I think I spent about $4,000, and we were able to add over $50,000 worth of value to that home. Now, of course, I also added a bedroom in the basement, and I also did a little bit of trim painting on the exterior, but the painting was mostly all that we did. Most of the money did go into the painting, and we got a lot of value out. So when it comes to painting, I do highly suggest that once you have some colors that work for you, especially if you're doing the same type of deal over and over and over again, just keep those. So for me, I have built a scope of work based on our mini gaff project that I did with my friend and partner Denzel. He's super awesome. Make sure you hit him up on Instagram as well. Put that right here. But yeah, I use the same colors that we use in that project. I used to use a shark gray, which is another color, just because I don't like the pure white when it comes to paint, just because they scuff really easily, whereas more brownish, grayish, tannish color will be able to hide a little bit of those scuff marks, which helps whenever you get vacancies. Now, another tip that you can use whenever you're renovating when it comes to paint is something I got from my coach, Nelson Camp, and it's the idea that when in doubt, just white it out. So the story about this is that one of my first renovations was a house on Parkview, and I had like it was an older bathroom, let's say. Cabinets weren't amazing, but they weren't terrible as well. And I kind of just looked at them. They had the wooden kind of style on them. It was like fake wood essentially, and kind of sat there and thought, okay, well, I don't want to replace these cabinets and this vanity essentially. So instead what we did was just sanded down the old varnish and the paint there, and then just whited it out. So it looked awesome afterwards. It was just clean, nice, white, didn't have to worry about it. And up until this day, those vanities and those cabinets are still there, nice, white, and clean. All right, so we're here with one of my investor friends, partners, and one of my first real estate students. Actually, we're gonna grab some food, but continuing on some of the renos that will offer a lot of value to your deals, especially on the BRRRRs. Next one's gonna be your kitchens. Now, kitchens are also one of those renovations where for every dollar you put in, you'll probably get about $3 to $4 out. Now, it is also going to depend on if you get subcontractors or contractors to do the kitchens for you, or if you're going to do it yourself. So for me personally, when I was first starting, I didn't have that much capital, so I did do a lot of my kitchens on my own. So I did about 4 kitchens on my own, and yeah, just go to IKEA. What I'll do is I'll sit down with them, get them to do the design with me, as long as I just measure out the rooms. It's pretty easy. You can find probably some other YouTube videos to kind of explain the exact process of how to go through building your own IKEA kitchen. It's actually not that difficult. I like to call it as adult Lego, as long as you can read instructions. Just to make sure they're pictograms, they don't really have words, so you might have to think a little bit, but as long as you can kind of understand the photos and the pictures, it's not too bad. Now, when it comes to doing your kitchens, to get the most bang out of your buck and kind of get a little bit more value out of it, I really like to look at my comparables. So I want to just match the comparables with the type of kitchen. So if I see that they're doing a two-tone kitchen, maybe like blue bottoms, white tops, and it's more so for a flip, well, then I'll kind of use that as a scope of work. However, a lot of the rentals that I'm seeing, especially in the C areas that I invest in, the renovations aren't like too amazing. It's just flat panels, flat covers for my kitchens and my cabinets, and it's just white. So that's kind of what I just use. Doesn't have to get anything fancy. You just want to really copy what other products are out there in your market, and then again, that's how you're going to reverse engineer how much money you're going to be pulling out at the end. A hack that you can use whenever you're doing kitchens, again, is to just add it to a scope of work. Building a good scope of work, which is that document that's going to contain all your renovations, all the types of materials you use, the same types of toilets if you're using kind of doing those bathroom renovations as well. But just keep everything streamlined. Just do the same thing over and over again. That's the beauty of real estate, is that trends change slowly. So it's not like every month there's going to be a new trendy kitchen or a new trendy paint color. You just keep that in your scope of work, and in a couple of years you might have to update it. Or if you have some more timeless kind of designs, it kind of just stays, and just keep using the same scope of work for all your deals. Dance intermission. So the next renovation that's going to add a lot of value to your deals is going to be doing your flooring. So flooring is one of those renovations where you'll get about $2 to $3 back. You may be able to get 4. However, I like to just aim for that 2 to 3x mark. So every dollar I put in for my flooring, I'll get about $2 to $3 out. Now, a couple hacks you want to use when doing renovations and flooring, specifically for BRRRRs, is you want to put in what's called luxury vinyl tile or luxury vinyl plank flooring. Now, I like to make sure that I choose flooring that's a little bit on a thicker end, maybe not as thick as, let's say, 12 millimeters, but around 8 is all good. I've done 4 milliliters on a renovation, and I wasn't really too happy with the work, just because in any places where it wasn't fully even, I would actually find some spots where the flooring kind of cracked a little bit. Now, it was for a rental, so it's not as bad, but definitely would avoid that for a flip. Last little piece here is, if you do have flooring where the floor is very uneven, it's going to be more of a hassle for you to kind of level that all out, or if you kind of want to avoid and kind of lessen your renovation cost, instead of having to level everything out, you can actually use laminate flooring. And they do have not necessarily waterproof flooring, but kind of like water resistant flooring. It's about 72 hours or 48 hours of like it being wet, and usually tenants and kind of the owners will dry it out before that. But the reason I like to use the laminate flooring for kind of those rentals with the uneven floors is that because it's a lot thicker, you can actually hide a little bit of the unevenness, and then it'll be leveled out just by using proper laminate flooring. Moving forward, the last renovation that I really like, because it adds 3 to 4x for every dollar that I put in, is going to be bathrooms. Now with the bathroom reno, I might be adding some new vanities. I might be adding a new tub. I do like to add the deep soaker tubs. And then maybe we're updating the backsplash of the bathroom and then also the tub surround. And little tip for tub surrounds, if you're looking at comps and you see that a lot of the comparables in your area of that type of rental that, let's say you're trying to BRRRR, you want to just copy that. So again, if you just have like plastic tub surround, I would just use that if that's what you're seeing often in the comparables. However, if you're seeing a lot of, say, subway tile or tiled bathrooms in that area of your rental or your BRRRR that you're doing, well, I would just copy that as well. You don't really have to reinvent the wheel. You want to just copy what works for other people, especially if they're getting the ARVs that you're looking for. Those are going to be the 4 renovations that are going to add the most bang for your buck. It's going to be kitchen, bath, flooring, and paints. Again, the goal here is that you spend $1 and get anywhere from $2 to $4 back on your appraisal, or if you're flipping the house, on the flip. But I do like to use this for BRRRRs. So the goal is to appraise the house, add a little bit of value, and then extract that out on the cash out refinance, or if you want to get a HELOC, so then we can take that money and then roll it on to the next deal. So as a final bonus, I like to give you guys a couple of vendors and contractors and people that I use in Winnipeg that are really going to help you push your real estate business forward. So first one is going to be Breezy's Property Maintenance. I highly suggest you hit them up for your painting needs. Another one is my contractor, Michael James. So I'll be putting his info down under in the video. Awesome contractor. He's actually made my life so much easier now that I kind of transitioning away from teaching. And then also for flooring, you got to check out Good Karma Flooring. I'll put that here. Might be making these guys a little bit busy, but that's okay. It can offer you guys a lot more value. And then worst case scenario, I'm just gonna find more vendors, give you guys as much value as I can here in Winnipeg. And then for bathrooms, again, now I just use my contractor, Michael James, for that. So you can check him out as well. Yeah, so it depends kind of if you're subcontracting work out or if you just want to stick to one contractor. Depends on your goals and your needs, but I do highly suggest that you start building like a roster of different vendors, because you never know. Maybe you won't use them, but someone will. And again, the whole idea here is that you want to help other people out. It's kind of what I'm trying to do. I want to offer you guys as much value as I can so that you can become a professional real estate investor here in Winnipeg. So yeah, I hope you guys got a lot of value in today's video. Make sure to hit the follow button and subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Again, it does help with the algorithm a lot. And stay tuned for next week. I'll put a couple videos here if you guys want to watch some other videos and continue learning on my YouTube channel. But again, every week we have new videos dropping every Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'll place that right here as well. Have an awesome day. Take care. Patrick J. Hilaire here, teacher, philosopher, and real estate investor. Peace.